Good day if you are joining me again today. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for last week. For those that are wondering what I'm actually doing, I'm picking certain scriptures that I've noticed that people have been quoting out of context, and I'm just having these sessions to say my opinion concerning those scriptures and why I believe they are being quoted out of context and light with the scriptures. So I'll be looking at Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21 today, which says, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Verse 22 says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. I've had people quote this verse 21 in relationship to husband and wife, which I do not think is accurate. If you read Ephesians chapter 5 from verse 1, you can see Apostle Paul talking to Christians there about how they should live their life in a godly manner, how they should live their life in a way that shows that they are actually Christians. He made a lot of examples, a lot of instances there on how a Christian should live their life. And that verse 21 was just simply saying that let no man be stubborn on their own opinion. That can cause lack of peace in the church. Don't be rigid on your own opinion. Then from that verse 22 to 23, it was now specific to husbands and wives, using their relationship as an analogy between Christ and the church. He said, wives, submit to your own husbands as unto the Lord. So it was specific. God is a God of order. God is a God of order. And he expects that also in Christian homes. He expects that the wife should submit to the husband as unto the Lord. He now went further to give specific instructions to the husbands that they should love their wives as Christ loved the church. And if you look at it, that instruction to the husband is not child's play. Because when a man loves his wife as expected, as Christ loves the church, he would love her constantly, despite her perceived imperfections or her perceived failures. So I think instead of people to try to twist that verse 21 to mean that the husband should also submit to their wives, they should rather emphasize on husband's love for the wife. God is a God of order. Wives should submit to their own husbands, and the men should love their wife as Christ loved the church, that he even laid down his life. We are celebrating Easter now, which is one of the significant milestones in Christianity, to commemorate the death, the burial, and the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. So imagine what Christ had to go through to die for you and I. That's what the kind of love that is expected that a man should have to his wife. So I think that Ephesians 5 verse 21 should not be quoted in the context of husband and wives. Rather, it's talking about church Christian relationship with one another. I hope I've been able to make some sense, and I would like to let us know that this is not a Bible study. There's no Bible study that can be done in 3 minutes. I don't think so. So it's just for us to be like the Christians in Berea in Acts 17 verse 11, to go back to the scriptures and read that Ephesians chapter 5 again and see what God is actually saying through those scriptures. If we get a good study Bible, we will actually see that even from verse 22 to 33 has been separated, has been subtitled as a relationship between the husband and the wife. God bless you. Thank you.